Making decals is easy if you have a good inkjet printer. All you need is special decal paper and some software to scale the images. First, the paper. Decal paper is available at some hobby shops and online. I prefer to buy my decal paper from Amazon, as it is less expensive, less than $1 per A4 size sheet, and is delivered directly to my door. Search Amazon for Water Slide Decal Transfer Paper White, and it should pop right up. I like the brand from Rollurius. Their sample image is the one with the purple background. Rollurius also makes a clear decal transfer paper, but get the one with the white background. That's why we put white in our search bar. Clear transfer paper might be our choice for numbering rolling stock, but not for posters and billboards. If you have PowerPoint on your PC, you can use it to import, size, and print your images. If not, consider downloading LibreOffice at www.libreoffice.org. LibreOffice includes a useful presentation program similar to PowerPoint. Click the Download button to download the software and save the MSI file. Then double-click on the downloaded file and follow the installation instructions. Whether you use PowerPoint or LibreOffice, the tasks we need to make the images printer-ready are the same: importing and sizing. I will show how to use both tools. But before we start with the software, allow me to make an observation. In my research, I discovered that there are no industry-wide standards for the size of billboards, although they tended to be between 8 and 14 feet tall. We can make them as tall, short, or wide as we want. But unless we standardize for our railroad, we will spend a lot of time cutting and sizing customized parts. Therefore, I decided that for my railroad, I would limit my billboards to 8, 10, 12, 14, or 16 feet tall. I also decided to always maintain the image's aspect ratio, the ratio of the height to the width that I found in the original images I downloaded. That is to say, if the original artwork's height was 200 pixels and the width was 600 pixels, an aspect ratio of 1:3, and I decided to make a sign that was 8 scale feet tall, that would mean that the width would have to be 24 scale feet. No scaling in just one dimension would be allowed. And since 8 scale feet translates into 96 inches, and the scale of HO is 87.1 to 1, that means that the actual height of an 8 by 24 foot sign must be 1.10 inches and the width 3.30 inches. Similarly, the height of 10 foot, 12, 14, and 16 foot signs must be 1.38 inches, 1.65, 1.93, and 2.20 inches. That's just for the artwork. All my signs also have a 10 scale inch frame on each side, so the actual size of the styrene sheet on which the artwork is mounted will be 0.28 inches wider and taller than the artwork itself. After adding in the frame size, the height of any 8 by 24 foot sign would be 1.38 inches and the width would be 3.30 inches, plus 0.28 inches, or 3.58 inches in total when including the frame. All these numbers are contained in a spreadsheet available at the website of the Gateway Division of the National Model Railroad Association. I strongly suggest that you pick a set of sizes for your billboards and not create custom sizes for each sign. Now, on to importing and scaling with PowerPoint. Our goal is to download and size about a dozen images on a single page. We do so because decal paper is not inexpensive, so we might as well get as much out of a sheet as we can. To import our accumulated images, we open a new blank presentation, then click on the border around the Click to Add title box, and then click on the keyboard's Delete key to remove it. Similarly, we click on the Click to Add subtitle box's border and then hit the Delete key to remove it. Now, to import an image, we click on the Insert tab and then on the picture icon. A menu window opens and we scroll to select the folder where we placed our images. We then select an image of interest and then the Insert button. The image will appear within PowerPoint. To resize the image, we right-click on the image and then select Size and Position. Next, we make sure that the Lock Aspect Ratio box is checked. We enter in the desired height. I hope that you do remember that an 8-foot tall billboard translates into 1.10 scale inches, and so forth. And then click on the Close button. We repeat this process to add more images until our page is full. If you do not have PowerPoint, LibreOffice, as described earlier, can do the same task for free. Start LibreOffice and click on the Impress Presentation button on the left. The Select a Template window will open, and since we do not want a template, we cancel the window. Now, on the right side, in the Properties column, please make sure that the slide format is A4, which is the size of the decal film, and select the first available layout, the blank one in the upper left of the available layouts. To insert our images, we click on the Insert menu item and then on Image. Just like in PowerPoint, a menu window opens and we scroll to select the folder where we placed our images. We then select an image of interest and then click on the Open button, a slight difference from PowerPoint where this button is labeled Insert. Now, right-click on the image and select Position and Size. We make sure that the Keep Ratio box is checked, enter in the desired height, and then the OK button. We repeat this process to add more images until our page is full. Printing the decal is easy. Just place your decal paper properly in your printer and do a File, Print. When the page completes printing, be careful to avoid touching the printed area and allow the ink to dry overnight. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, not 4 hours, overnight. Once the page is dry, remember that inkjet printers use water-soluble ink, and if we tried to use the decals without water protection, we would not be pleased. To correct the issue, go to your automotive paint store and buy a rattle can of clear spray lacquer and coat the image. My decal paper says to coat the images within 24 hours of printing, but be sure to read and follow the manufacturer's directions, both for the decal paper and the lacquer. I generally give the decals a second coat of lacquer and allow 24 hours for final drying. If you feel uncomfortable making decals, it is perfectly acceptable to print on cardstock paper, which is about as thick as an index card, and apply the card to the support structure with rubber cement. It may not be as bright or glossy, but it can work. Now that we have our images ready to apply, how do we build the structures to turn them into billboards? That is the subject of our next video, building structures.